first Arkansas freshman, at least they said you are, to ever go over 100 yards in your first 2 games. Just how do you feel about that?
I feel honored. I got to give credit to my teammates and my offensive linemen, everybody helping me accomplish this. I feel honored about it.
For the game's last 2 drives, y'all were behind and y'all really had to knock it out. There's a sense of urgency to get it done. Talk about that.
We came out, we had a talk, and, everybody just pretty much encouraged each other, you know what I'm saying? We wanted to close the game away. The more we left them in the game, the more and harder they tried. So we just had to talk about putting the game away.
How good did that first touchdown feel, Alex? How good did it feel?
It felt great. I wanted it bad, so I just gave it everything I got. And then my offensive line had great push, and my fullback, I just followed right behind Kiro Smalls and looked up, and I was in the end zone.
What Coach Thomas say to you after you jumped up there?
I learned my lesson early, and I'm never doing it again.
You and Jonathan Williams played very well off of each other. Talk about how you two balance the backfield so well.
I'm glad I'm playing with him. I'm glad I have another great running back playing beside me. And when he's tired, I go in and replace him. Our coach liked to go on a fresh leg system, so we always have a fresh legs back there pounding the rock. So it's good, to have other good running backs next to you to just go in there and keep doing it.
Was that fan thing, was that something you used to do in high school? Did you celebrate that way in high school?
I used to. I just like to get everybody involved. I like my fans. I like the support. I like everybody that come out and watch. So, I just had to. I made a mistake.
Did you know that was a college penalty? Did anybody talk to you about that?
I did. I just put my head down and closed my eyes, and I opened my eyes. I was right there, so it was just a little reaction. I jumped up, and everybody was right there, so I gave everybody a high five. But next time I'll just stop right in the middle of the end zone.
Did that take any of the edge off the touchdown? Your first college career touchdown, and then you get a penalty, and I guess Coach Thomas got in your ear after that. Or what did Coach Thomas say to you?
He got into me. He yelled at me about it. I know not to do it again, but it still also felt great. Being my first college touchdown.
How good was it that Zach picked you up and had a touchback on the kickoff?
It was pretty good. He has a really good leg, and after I made the penalty, I felt bad and apologized to the team. But having Zach Hopper as a kicker, I knew he would get it in there.
Was there any conversation about y'all, the running backs, taking over in the fourth quarter? Did y'all specifically talk about that?
As a group, we kind of wanted to just step in there, and everybody has their part to do. And if you try to help anybody else do their job, you're not doing your job right. So, Kiro Falls basically talked to us and was like, we need to do our job right, and then once we get our job done, then we can help everybody else. So
Coach,
that was basically our goal.
Sorry, Coach Kingston used to talk about ball control, not fumbling the ball on offense. Where do you start to work on that?
Practice is where you start. Just keep practicing razor grip, and that's something we work on every day in practice. Keep the ball high and tight so you don't have the problems about putting it on the floor.